watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us for DC News and Now at 9. I'm Susan Tran.
Hi, everybody. I'm Chris Flanagan. A former mayor in Prince George's County accused of having child sex abuse images, and the allegations spanned much of the time he was in office.
DC News Now's Marielle Carbone has been following this story for us. And Marielle, what are neighbors telling you tonight?
Well, Chris and Susan, University Park, that is where Joel Bierman previously served as mayor. It is a small, tight-knit community. So the neighbors there, they tell me they're disgusted and disappointed by these allegations. Tonight, they are just trying to make sense of his arrest.
It was very upsetting. It was at the crack of dawn, a loud bang and a flash.
That's how a neighbor described the scene Monday morning when the FBI issued a search warrant here at the home of former University Park Mayor Joel Bierman.
We've lived here more than 30 years, so it's very distressing.
Bierman was arrested Monday, charged with 22 counts of possession of child porn and 6 felony charges, including promotion and solicitation of child porn. He appeared in court Wednesday and was held without bond. The allegations shocking to those who live nearby. This neighbor asking we not show his face.
These are people who had important positions in the community. If what Joel's accused of is true, it's a terrible crime.
Bierman served on the town council from June 2020 through June 2022, and then as mayor until June 2024. In a statement, town administrator Debbie Sandlin says these are serious charges and the town is ready to assist as requested.
I'm surprised.
Adam Richmond, who's lived in University Park for 25 years, says he's become jaded. Last year, the mayor of neighboring College Park pled guilty to 60 counts of distribution of child pornography.
Politics is bizarre.
To be the mayor of a small town is a thankless job, so I'm glad somebody will do it. I wish he would have gotten some sort of counseling early.
And I did speak to Bierman's partner briefly outside of their home this afternoon. He declined to give any comment or statement on camera, but he did say he's still processing what happened, the allegations, and the trauma of all of this. Chris and Susan, Bierman's next court appearance is scheduled for November 27th. Reporting in studio, I'm Marielle Carbone, DC News Now.
All right, meanwhile, in Alexandria, 2 people, including a child, seriously hurt after a motorcycle crash in Old Town. It happened on Queen and North Washington streets tonight. Police say the child was walking along the street. It's unclear what caused the crash, but both that child and the adult on the motorcycle were told to have non-life-threatening injuries. This is a developing story. We'll pass along any new information as soon as we get more information.
Developing tonight in Maryland, a car sent off the top of a parking garage. Take a look here in Chevy Chase. It lands on its roof. The driver was able to get out of the car on her own. DC News Now's Christian Pena will have reaction from people who witnessed this crash. That is coming up later at 9:30.
All right, let's get a first check on the forecast with Chief Meteorologist Janessa Webb. And you couldn't ask for better weather late October, right?
I know. It is sunny. It's going to be warm and perfect for trick-or-treaters tomorrow.
Yeah, you guys got your costumes?
We have to work.
Yeah, we'll be we'll be checking each other's costumes out right tomorrow. Hey, live camera right now, kiddos. I'm excited for you as you are trick-or-treating with your parents tomorrow. Great conditions across the DMV. Doesn't get much better. We're not talking about rain until early Friday morning. And at this point, this front does not look super impressive. It's mild out there now, 66. Lots of you without a coat this afternoon, right? Back into the 80s, starting to get a little bit cooler for the Shenandoah Valley. And here's the jet stream. It starts in Oregon and then kind of that loop right here where you see Denver and the plains. Ooh, 26 across areas of the plains right now where snow is falling. And then all these 80s and 60s are moving back into the region. And the reason I show you that, all that warmer air is going to swiftly make its way into our region. We're nearly 15 to 20 degrees warmer this evening out towards Northern Virginia, and it gets better as we go into your Halloween day. So tomorrow morning, no big concerns. It's almost a rinse and repeat, but we're going to go after records tomorrow afternoon. We'll look at some of those coming up.
All right, Janessa, we'll see you then. All new tonight in Maryland, Montgomery County police say they've arrested 4 teens who stole a car at gunpoint. It happened at the Bethesda Row shopping mall 2 Saturdays ago. The teens are 13, 14, 15, and 17 years old. And we're told the 17-year-old threatened the victim with a gun before they all took off in the stolen car. An off-duty officer found them and attempted to stop that car. The van ran off before being arrested.
Now to an unusual sight. It leads to even more surprising video. It shows, this is what you're seeing right there. Look at that. Racing down is a Tesla Cybertruck along with a Lamborghini just trucking it down the street. An expensive drag race that happened in Tysons, and that's where we find DC News Now's Max Marcilla joining us live. And Max, what are people telling you about this really wild scene?
Well, Susan, there's been a lot of reaction to this viral video. Some people saying it's cool and it's gotten plenty of attention. Look, Elon Musk actually shared the video that took place right here on X, and that video has been viewed more than 100 million times. But even as some people were excited by watching the video, there are others here in Tyson who say they are concerned about the potential dangers of those races. A viral video captured right here in Fairfax County, a race between a Tesla Cybertruck and a Lamborghini, a moment that captured the attention of people who watched it live and online.
I thought it was pretty cool. At least the cars are beautiful.
But DC News Now has learned what happened here is under investigation by Fairfax County Police, and there are calls from some people here for them to crack down on street racing incidents, especially here on Route 7.
Many people that own these exotic vehicles are starting to treat Route 7 like their personal dragway.
This 15-year resident of Tysons Corner says she's worried this spot near several high-end car dealerships could turn from a racing hotspot to the site of a tragedy.
This is not an appropriate place to do it, particularly since we're trying to build Tysons Corner as a walkable community.
Walk sign is on to cross.
It's only a matter of time before somebody gets hit or killed, which will be a horrible event.
How often racing is an issue is unclear.
I don't see a whole lot of racing in general. What I do see are people who just are used to driving and not used to pedestrians.
But those who walk and bike along this major roadway, even someone who gets the excitement, says they don't think this should be happening.
They should not be racing here, obviously. It's kind of dangerous.
Now, we asked Fairfax County Police if they're doing anything to, say, deter these races, and they didn't include a specific answer to that in the statement they provided us. But what we do know is that according to Virginia law, if you are street racing, like, potentially the video you just saw, if you're convicted of that, it counts as reckless driving, and the penalty for that is you lose your license for anywhere between 6 months and 2 years. Reporting live in Tysons, Max Marcilla, DC News Now.
All right, Max. DC News Now is your local election headquarters. The Supreme Court is allowing Virginia to remove 1,600 people off the voter rolls. The court did not provide a rationale for this emergency appeal. Both a federal and an appeals court judge had already ruled that this daily removal was illegal and ordered the names to be put back on the list. But Virginia's Attorney General argued the executive order was needed for election security. Voting rights advocates, though, they say the process is flawed because it relies on old data and wrongfully removes eligible voters.
I think it needs to be made clear that it remains unlawful and unacceptable to remove eligible citizens from the voter rolls. The law and the facts were clear on this. This was a systematic purge.
This is a win for common sense. It's a win for the rule of law. It means that Virginia can continue to be allowed to follow our own laws, this idea that Virginia citizens should be deciding Virginia elections.
Governor Glenn Youngkin has a statement to the Supreme Court's decision. You can read that on DCNewsNow.com.
Well, Vice President Kamala Harris will spend the next several days crisscrossing the country with visits to key battleground states, but she is expected back here in D.C. on Tuesday.
A source telling our media partners there at the Hill, Harris is set to spend election night at her alma mater, Howard University. That's where we find D.C. News Now's Daniel Hamburg.
Students are excited about the possibility of having Vice President Harris here on campus next week. In fact, the university sent out a notice last night saying classes will be held virtually from Monday through Thursday, and on Tuesday, classes are canceled as the university will be closed to non-essential personnel. The tens of thousands of people who crowded the National Mall Tuesday night for Vice President Kamala Harris's speech could soon show up on Howard University's campus. As a source tells our media partners at The Hill, that's where she'll be on election night.
I think it's very important that she's here because she is a fellow Bison.
Students are excited to have Howard in the spotlight.
I think it's great, support your alma mater, support the students of Howard University. HBCUs are overlooked, so this is a perfect way to put a spotlight on HBCUs and minority communities as a whole.
With Harris's speech Tuesday night, there were numerous road closures and fencing around the ellipse. It's not clear what measures will be in place at Howard.
With proper security procedures in place, nothing horrendous is going to happen, and hopefully as long as they maintain organization, but it is definitely going to be a very large crowd, and I definitely look forward to seeing how it goes.
Students we talked with plan to be on campus to witness history, no matter how hectic it may be on November 5th.
Having a presidential candidate have the opportunity to become president of the United States and be the first black woman to be president and come from your school too, that's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity.
I did reach out to DDOT to ask about parking restrictions and road closures on Tuesday. They referred me to MPD, which is coordinating with the Secret Service. MPD says they don't have those details right now. In Northwest, Daniel Hamburg, DC News Now.
Coming up on DC News.